schedule?
A big focus of ours has been defense lately, and we've been improving on that, so we're just going to keep working on that and being active on defense and getting stops, and rebounds are always a big thing for us. And like I said, we have slumps every once in a while in our games where we'll go without scoring for 5 to 10 minutes, and I mean that could be hard on any team. We have to be more consistent with our scoring, I think.
Talking with Coach Gleason, she said that you guys need a 40 minute effort, 2 halves. Talk about it also, that giving it effort from start to finish, and then also closing out games.
Yeah, I think it's just the energy of everybody on the team. It's hard. You kind of get into maybe a slump or something and you don't realize it, and then if you have other players on the team that can bring energy, whether it's our bench or one of our starters or anybody in the game, that always helps. And we just always have to remind ourselves it's 40 minutes, and a lot of times we'll break it down like 5 minutes at a time between media timeouts, and just play every possession and every minute and try and focus on that and give it all of our energy and everything.
You guys head back on the road this weekend and taking on San Bernardino for the second time this season. You guys beat them the first time, right?
Yeah.
So talk about now having to go and face them on their home court.
Well, traveling's always tough, but I think we know what it takes to win, and we're just going to focus on our game and go for film and practice this week and just go down there and be prepared and ready to go and get the win.
Like you said before, entering the second half of the conference season, how big is every match when you play and take to the court?
I mean, they are all huge, and like I've said before, our conference is pretty level throughout all the teams, and so every win and every loss hits you. And of course, we want to get our wins, and I think if we can get some wins on the road, it'll be great for us. And just make sure to protect our home court the last 4 games we have here.
Is there a little bit of sense of urgency setting in for you guys, knowing that now you're in the second half of the year and the number of games are starting to really get smaller and smaller, to try and overcome the deficit to get to one of those 6 spots?
Yeah, we had a meeting yesterday actually, and we kind of talked about that, and we have 10 games left, and I mean, it just puts it into perspective. We don't have a lot of time to make up for wins and losses, and so we have to come out and face every team every night and just do our best and know that we need to get the win to get into playoffs.
What do you think is the biggest thing for you guys that you're going to have to do to try and get into one of those top 6 spots? Besides the obvious of win some ball games.
I think just focusing on our own game is going to be huge for us. We just need to be focused every game and every practice, go through our scouts, and just come and be prepared for it and play 40 minutes and give it our all every minute. I mean, you don't really have anything to lose when you're playing for 40 minutes. Just go out and do it.
What was it like playing in that atmosphere against Chico? Because when I walked in and see it pretty much packed to the top row, I mean, it had to be pretty nuts being on the floor.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. It was great. I think it was when the football players walked in, it just brought a huge burst of energy for us, and the game was kind of getting a little crazy, and I mean, I loved it. It gave our entire team energy, and the whole atmosphere was just great. It just would have been a lot better if we got the win on that.
All right, earlier in this year, you played UC San Diego. You're going to play them again over the weekend. Was a loss against UC San Diego. What adjustments against that team do you feel you need to make from that last game in order to beat them the second time around?
I think that was one of our first games, so I think we've probably grown a lot more as a team as a whole, and having a lot more players that are contributing, and we know our team better now, and just focusing on scoring and working together as a team.